Okay.
Hi, my name is Carolina Jesus, and I started an organization called Shelter of Wisdom, which is a very simple thing. We're a homeless shelter. We're based in Honolulu, Hawaii, and you might have heard that Honolulu has the highest rate of homelessness in the nation. Much of that is because if you're homeless in Hawaii, at least you won't freeze to death at night, which is a reality in most of the other states. So, about I guess 2003, I found out that Jesus Christ was real. I had been an anti-Jesus person before that, but I had my own experience with him, and I found out that he's definitely real. And he started talking to me, and I could hear him telling me what to do. And he wanted to go get these homeless people, especially the ones that had very severe mental illness, the ones that were eating out of the garbage, the ones that you couldn't really talk to them because they were incoherent. Their clothing was filled with doo doo and shishi, and they were very unhealthy. They had medical issues, so he was really concerned about them. So he started sending me to go get them, and he wanted me to bring them home. So that was a big stretch for me, but I did. I brought home women and I brought home very old men, and then I helped them whatever they needed, just doing whatever they needed. So, uh, and then that became bigger and bigger so that it didn't really work anymore in my home. And then we formed a 501c3, a nonprofit, and then we started renting houses in the neighborhood. So at this point in time, we have 6 houses and we have 63 men in 6 houses. And so Jesus pretty much trained me. So I'm a social worker and I'm trained by Jesus. So I didn't know anything about that before. Before that, I was a mail carrier, I was a telemarketer, I was a farmer, I did all these different things. But um, right now, I know how to help anybody do anything. Any homeless person, whatever their situation may be, I can help them. And that's what Jesus wants us to do. He wants us to help each other. And if you don't know how to help that person, just go figure it out. That's what I did. And so I fronted the money to do the security deposits on the houses. And I used my own money to get the furniture and everything like that. And Jesus wanted it to be really nice for everybody. He wanted to bring people home to a clean and safe and healthy environment that is not like a homeless shelter, but that is a home. So we don't have any funding from the government. We never did, and we probably won't. And we have a little bit of donations, like one lady gives $25 a month. One lady gives $50 a month. We have one business that gives $250 a month. And we just have a little bit like that. We haven't really tried to get any funding before, but we do have a need for funding because what we do is expensive. The rents are expensive, the electric bill, the water bill. We operate a car for each property. And the awesome thing that we do is the Lord's goal for these men is that they would never be homeless again. So when they come into our place, we get them whatever kind of benefits they're eligible for. If they're working, we help them get rent subsidies that they're eligible for. They're all eligible for some kind of income, and they're all eligible for some kind of housing. So we help them transition from our shelter homes into their own apartments. And we are always getting donations of household furnishings, and we help them find the apartment, and we help them move in, and we help them furnish the apartment. So a lot of the obstacles that they have regarding housing is they need to have a first month security deposit or a first month rent. So a lot of them, that's fairly impossible for them to get, and some of them they can't get the rent subsidy or the government assistance for those programs. Some of them aren't eligible for those either. So that's where our money comes in, is we need to use our own money to help them. Just front that money for them for their security deposit or their prorated first month rent. And after that, the next month when their income comes in, their rent is adjusted to their income. So it's just the getting in part that they really struggle with, getting all the furnishings and things. And even though we get all the donations, they still sometimes need to buy things. So that's where we usually buy it for them because they don't have enough money. Um, and then the other thing that we need money for is, in our state, the medical insurance is pretty good, but it does not cover dental. And most of our men have dental problems, serious ones. Some of them have no teeth at all. And our dental insurance over here in our state only pays to pull out your teeth. So if you need a root canal or you need some other kind of procedure, they're just going to pull it out. They're not going to fix it. So a lot of our men, they have no teeth, and the medical insurance doesn't pay for dentures either. But there are some dentists here that will work with a payment plan. So part of what we would like to do with this money is to help people get dentures and help to. They would have to pay some money too. It wouldn't be just free, but at least we could help them um, as far as subsidizing that. Um, then Well, I guess the awesome thing that I would like to say about Shelter of Wisdom is that it's so wonderful to see how Jesus changes people's lives and how he takes people that have been drug addicted, that have mental illness, that they've been incarcerated, they've had so many different diseases, and they've been hit by cars, and all kinds of things have happened to them, terrible things, and they're pretty much just discouraged. A lot of them have already tried to commit suicide. Luckily it didn't work, but they've been pretty much hopeless for many, many years, and it's so wonderful to see them come here and to discover, like I did, that Jesus is real and that he loves them and that he has a good future for them, even if they're 80 years old. Because I took a lot of guys off the street that were already in their 80s, and they ended up, we helped them get into very nice care homes, and they went to heaven. They died, in those care homes, and they were very nicely cared for, and they were happy. It's nice to see, like, they get reunited with their families. It's just all miraculous things, because I actually don't know how it happens. Jesus just does it, and we have so many stories of people that they hadn't seen their family in like 30 years. They can't hardly even remember the names of their children, but somehow before they died, they did get back together with all their family. And so I'm not quite sure what else to say.